Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Live from quarantine, the Golden Stag players present The Night of the Burning Pestle. For your enjoyment, we recommend maximizing the screen and setting your viewer to speaker view. For your entertainment today, the stage manager is played by Juan Santiago. George, a citizen, by Ericus Lafureur. Nell, George's wife, by Catherine Holcomb of Arden. Rafe, her man, sitting below amidst the spectators, by Aymeric Lefoy. Venturewell, a rich merchant, by Maxon ap Morgan. Jasper, Venturewell's apprentice, by Kaylin de Langley. Master Humphrey, a friend to the merchant, by Wulfric of Kriegel. Luce, the merchant's daughter, by Margareta Ron. Mistress Merrythought, Jasper's mother, by Leia de Villaverde. Michael, the second son of Mistress Merrythought, by Seamus Pedrego Boylan. Old Master Merrythought is played by Alessandro Cantori. Tim, a squire and apprentice, is played by Donovan St. Clair. George, a dwarf and apprentice, by Kara Inyara Corby. A boy is played by Vincent Sinclair. A host is played by Asa Torvaldsdottir. A barber by Seamus Pedrego Boylan. Two knights, prisoners of the barber, are played by Moira of Kent and Rose de Lamons. Pompiona, a lady, is played by Asa Torvaldsdottir, and a coffin carrier is played by Moira of Kent, and I am Rose de Lamons. Introduction, enter the stage manager.
From all that's near the court, from all that's great within the city walls, we now have brought our steam.
Enter citizen climbing onto the stage.
Hold your peace, goodman boy.
What do you mean, sir?
That you have no good meaning. These 7 years there have been plays at this house, and all you do is mock the citizens. And now you call your play The London Merchant? Down with your title, boy.
Are you a member of the noble city?
I am, and a grocer.
So, grocer, then by your sweet favor, we intend no abuse of the city.
No, sir? Yes, sir. Why do you abuse your betters? Why could you not be contented as well as others with the Legend of Whittington, or the Life and Death of Sir Thomas Gresham, with the building of the Royal Exchange?
You seem to be an understanding man. What would you have us do, sir?
Why, present something notable in honor of the commons of the city.
Well, what would you say to the Life and Death of Fat Drake, or the repairing of the Fleet privies?
I do not like that, but I will have a citizen, and he shall be of my own trade.
Oh, you should have told us your mind a month since. Our play is ready to begin now.
'Tis all one for that. I will have a grocer, and he shall do admirable things.
What will you have him do?
Let him kill a lion with a pestle. Husband, let him kill a lion with a pestle.
Ah, so he shall. I'll have him kill a lion with a pestle.
Hi, husband, shall I come up, husband?
Aye, Coney. Rafe, help your mistress this way.
A wife comes up on the stage.
By your leave. I'm a stranger here. I was ne'er at one of these plays before, and my husband hath promised me many, many times to come to the Bold Beauchamps. But in truth, he did not. I pray you bear with me.
Boy, let my wife and I have a couple of stools on stage, and then begin. Let the grocer do rare things.
But, sir, we have no one to play him. Everyone hath a part already.
Husband, let Rafe play him. Beshrew me if I do not think he will go beyond them all.
Well remembered, wife. Come up, Rafe. I'll tell you, gentlemen. Lend him a suit of apparel and necessaries, and by God, if any of them all blow wind in the tail on him, I'll be hanged.
Rafe comes up on the stage.
I'll be sworn, gentlemen. My husband tells you true. He will act sometimes at our house, and the neighbors cry out on him. Hold up the head, Rafe. Show the gentleman what thou canst do. Speak a huffing part, I warrant you. The gentleman will accept it.
By heaven, methinks it were an easy leap to pluck bright honor from the pale-faced moon, or dive into the bottom of the sea, where never fathom line touched any ground, and pluck up drowned honor from the lake of hell.
Oh, say you, gentlemen, is it not as I told you?
Nay, gentlemen, he hath played before. My husband says, Musidonus, before the wardens of our company.
He shall have a suit of apparel if he will go in.
In, Rafe, and set out the grocery in their kind, if thou lovest me.
Exit Rafe.
But what would you have it called, sir?
Ah, the grocer's honor.
Methinks the Knight of the Burning Pestle were better.
Oh, let it be so. Begin. My wife and I will sit down.
I pray you do. From all that's near the court, from all that's great within the compass of the city walls, we now have brought our scene. Fly far from hence all private taxes, immodest phrases, whether it may be like that shows vicious. For wicked mirth never true pleasure brings, but honest minds are pleased with honest things. Thus, much for what we do. But for Rafe's part, cope.
Oh,
Hope.
Exit stage manager.
oh.
Take you no care for Rafe. He'll discharge himself, I warrant you.
Ye faith, gentlemen, I'll give my word for Rafe.
Act 1, Scene 1. Enter Venturewell and Jasper, his prentice.
I'll make you know you are my prentice, whom my charitable love redeemed from the fall of fortune to be what now thou art. As I remember, you had never charged to love your master's daughter, and when I had found a wealthy husband for her.
For your daughter, if there be any love to my deservings born by her virtuous self, I cannot stop it, nor am I able to refrain her wishes. She is private to herself, and I cannot think you mean to match her unto a fellow of so lame a presence.
And thus it must be, sir. I here discharge you my house and service. Take your liberty, and when I want a son, I'll send for you.
Exit Venturewell, enter Luce.
Why, how now, friend? Struck by my father's thunder?
Struck, and struck dead, unless the remedy be full of speed and virtue. I am now what I expected long. No more your father's,
But mine?
but yours, and only truly yours I am. You dare be constant still?
Oh, fear me not. In this I dare be better than a woman.
You know my rival?
Yes, and love him dearly. Even as I love an ague or foul weather. I prithee, Jasper, fear him not.
Oh no, I do not mean to do him so much a kindness. But to your own desires, you know the plot we both agreed on.
Yes, and I will perform my part exactly.
I desire no more. Farewell, and keep my heart. 'Tis yours.
I take it. He must do miracles makes me forsake it.
Exeunt.
Fie upon them, little infidels! I'll be hanged for a halfpenny if there be not some knavery in this play. Well, let 'em look to it. Rafe must come, and if there be any tricks of brewing...
Enter Venturewell and Master Humphrey.
Come, sir, she's yours. You have my hand. For other idle, let's between your hopes and her. Thus with the wind they are scattered and no more. My wanton prentice I have let out, and sent him to discover new masters yet unknown.
Indeed, I thank you, sir. And however you do deem, I am of gentle blood and gentle seem.
Oh, sir, I know it certain.
Husband, tell me one thing, but tell me truly. Say, youths, I beseech you, till I question my husband.
What is it, Mouse?
Sirrah, didst thou ever see a prettier child? How it behaves itself. I pray you, brother, with your favor, were you never none of Master Monaster's scholars?
Well, sir, you know my love, and rest, I hope, assured of my consent. Get my daughters, and wed her when you please. Come, I know you have language good enough to win a wench.
I thank your gentle offer, and withal yield love again, for love reciprocal.
What, loose? Within there?
Enter Luce.
Called you, sir?
I did. Give entertainment to this gentleman, and see you be not forward. To her, sir. My presence will be but an eyesore to you.
Exit Venturewell.
Fair Mistress Luce, how do you? Are you well?
What makes you think of that, sir?
Even that face, God Cupid or the keeper, I know not whether, unto my cost and charges brought you thither. And there began,
Your game, sir?
let no game, or thing that tendeth to the same, be evermore remembered, thou fair killer, for whom I sat me down and break my tiller?
Beshrew me, sir, I am sorry for your losses, but as the proverb says, I cannot cry. I would you had not seen me.
Nor so, for lady I must tell, before we part, for when we met together, God grant me time and patience and fair weather.
Alas, good gentleman, alas the day.
I thank you heartily, and as I say, thus do I still continue without rest, till morning like a man, at night a beast. Roaring and bellowing mine own disquiet, that much I fear, forsaking of my diet, will bring me presently to that quandary. I shall bid all adieu.
Now, by Saint Mary, that were a great pity.
So it were, beshrew me. Then ease me, lusty Luce, and pity show me.
Why, sir, you know my will is nothing worth without my father's grant. Get his consent, and then you may with assurance try me.
The worshipful your sire will not deny me, for I have asked him, and he hath replied, Sweet Master Humphrey, Luce shall be thy bride.
Ah, sweet Master Humphrey, then I am content.
And so am I, in truth.
Yet to take me with you, there is another clause must be annexed, and it is this: no man shall ever joy me as his wife, but he that stole me hence. If you dare venture, I am yours. If not, farewell forever.
Stay, nymph, stay. I have a double gelding colored bay, sprung by his father from barbarian kind. Another for myself, though somewhat blind, yet true as trusty tree.
I am satisfied, and so I give my hand. Of course, our course must lie through Waltham Forest, where I have a friend will entertain us. So farewell, Sir Humphrey, and think upon your business.
Exit Luce.
Though I die, I am resolved to venture life and limb for one so young, so fair, so kind, so trim.
Exit Humphrey.
By my faith and troth, husband, and as I am virtuous, it is e'en the kindest young man that ever trod on shoe leather. Well, go thy ways. If thou hast her not, 'tis not thy fault, I faith.
Scene 2. Enter Rafe, like a grocer in his shop, with two prentices, Tim and George, reading Palmerin of England.
Hark you, Rafe, do not strain yourself too much at the first. Peace. Begin, Rafe.
Then Palmerin and Trinius, snatching their lances from their dwarfs, galloped after the giant, and Palmerin, having gotten a sight of him, came posting, saying, Stay, traitorous thief, for thou mayest not carry away her that is worth the greatest lord in the world. And with these words gave him a mighty blow on the shoulder. And Trinius, coming to the knight that had Agricola behind him, set him soon besides his horse, with his neck broken in the fall, so that the princess, getting out of the throng between joy and grief, said, All happy knight, the mirror of all such as follow arms, now may I be well assured of the love thou bearest me. I wonder why the kings do not raise an army and destroy these giants. They do much hurt to wandering damsels that go in quest of their knights.
Faith, husband, and Rafe says true, for they say the king of Portugal cannot sit at his meat, but the giants and the Ettins will come and snatch it from him.
Oh, hold thy tongue. On, Rafe.
And certainly those knights are much to be commended, who wander with squire and dwarf through the deserts to relieve poor ladies. There are no such courteous and well-spoken knights in this age. They will call one the son of a whore that Palmerin of England would have called fair sir, and one that Rosiclear would have called right beauteous damsel, they will call damned bitch.
I'll be sworn, will they, Rafe? They have called me so 100 times about a scurvy pipe of tobacco.
But what brave spirit could be content to sit in the shop with a flappet of wood and a blue apron before him that might pursue feat of arms, and through his noble achievements procure histories to be written of his heroic prowess? For amongst all the worthy books of achievement, I do not call to mind that I have yet read of a grosser errand. I will be said knight, and my elder prentice, Tim, shall be my trusty squire, and little George, my dwarf. And in remembrance of my former trade, upon my shield shall be portrayed a burning pestle, and I will be called the Knight of the Burning Pestle. Tim!
Anon.
My beloved squire, and George, my dwarf, I charge you that from henceforth you never call me by any other name but the right courteous and valiant Knight of the Burning Pestle, and that you never call any female by the name of a woman or wench, but fair lady, and if she have her desires, if not, distressed damsel, that you call all forests and heaths deserts, and all horses palfreys. My beloved squire Tim, stand out. Admit this were a desert, and over it a knight-errant pricking, and I should bid you inquire of his intents. What would you say?
Sir, my master sent me to know whither you are riding.
No, thus. Fair sir, the right courteous and valiant Knight of the Burning Pestle commanded me to inquire upon what adventure you are bound, whether to relieve some distressed damsels or otherwise.
Oh, a whoreson blockhead cannot remember.
Faith, and Rafe told him on it before. All the gentlemen heard him.
Right courteous and valiant Knight of the Burning Pestle, here is a distressed damsel to have a halfpenny worth of pepper.
Relieve her with all courteous language. Now, shut up shop. No more my prentice, but my trusty squire and dwarf. I must bespeak my shield and arming pestle.
Exeunt. Scene 3. Enter Jasper, Mistress Merrythought, and Michael.
Give thee my blessing? No, I'll see thee hanged first. Thou'rt thy father's son, curse the time that ere I knew him, he had spent all his own, and mine too. And when I tell him of it, he laughs and sings. And thou art run away from thy master, that loved thee well, and art come to me, and I have laid up a little for Michael, and thou thinkest to bezzle that, but thou shalt never be able to do it. Come hither, Michael. Thou shalt have my blessing.
I pray you, mother, pray to God to bless me.
God bless thee, but Jasper shall ne'er have my blessing. He shall be hanged for first, shall he not, Michael?
Yes, forsooth, mother, and grace of God.
Mother, I came not from my master, nor return to have your stock maintain my idleness.
In faith, I had sorrow enough for thee, God knows, but I'll hamper thee well enough. Get thee in, thou vagabond, get thee in, and learn of thy brother Michael.
Nose, and who gave me the jolly red nose? Cinnamon and ginger, nutmeg and cloves, and that gave me my jolly red nose. Cinnamon and ginger.
Hark, my husband, he is singing, and I'm fain to care, and all little enough. Husband, Charles Merrythought.
Cinnamon and ginger, nutmeg and cloves, and that gave me my jolly red nose.
If you would consider your state, you would have little list to sing.
It should never be considered, were I an estate, if I thought it would spoil my singing.
But how wilt thou do, Charles? Thou art an old man, and thou canst not work, and thou hast not 40 shillings left, and thou eatest good meat, and drinkest good drink, and laughest?
How? Why, how have I done hitherto these 40 years? I never came into my dining room but at 11 and 6 o'clock, and I found excellent meat and drink o'er the table. My clothes were never worn out, but next morning a tailor brought me a new suit, and without question, it will ever be so.
Well, Charles, you promised to provide for Jasper, and I have laid up for Michael. I pray you pay Jasper his portion. He's come home, and he says his master turned him away. But I promised you truly, I think he ran away.
Now, where is Jasper? Call him in. He shall have his portion. Is he merry?
Foul, chide him in. He is too merry. Jasper, Michael.
Enter Jasper and Michael.
Welcome, Jasper. Welcome. 'Tis thy mother's mind. Thou shalt receive thy portion. Hold out thy hands. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, 6, and 7, 8, 9, and 10. There. Trust thyself into the world with that. And if fortune cross thee, come home to me. I have 20 shillings left. Be a good husband, that is, wear ordinary clothes, eat the best meat, and drink the best drink. Be merry and give to the poor, and believe me, thou hast no end of thy goods.
Long may you live free from all thought of ill, and long have cause to be thus merry still.
No more words, Jasper. Get thee gone, thou hast my blessing, thy father's spirit upon thee. Farewell, Jasper. Farewell, farewell, but ere I part, oh cruel, kiss me sweet, sweet, my jewel. So now be gone, no more words.
Exit Jasper.
So, Michael, now get thee gone too.
Yes, forsooth, mother, but I'll have my father's blessing first.
Yes, forsooth, Michael, 'tis no matter for his blessing. Thou hast my blessing. Begone, I'll fetch my money and jewels, and I'll follow thee. I'll stay no longer with him, I warn thee.
Exit Michael.
Truly, Charles, I'll be gone too.
Hey ho, farewell, Nan. I'll never trust a wench more again, if I can.
You shall not think when all your own is gone to spend that I have been scraping up for Michael.
Farewell, good wife. I expect it not. All I have to do in this world is to be merry, which I shall if the ground not be taken from me. And if it be, when earth and seas from me are reft, the skies aloft for me are left.
Exeunt. Fini actus primi. Act 2, Scene 1. Enter Venturewell and Humphrey.
And how, Faith? How goes it now, son Humphrey?
Right, worshipful, and my beloved friend and father dear, this matter's at an end.
Husband, dost thou think in thy conscience now 'twill be a match? Thou seest the poor gentleman, dear heart, and how it labors and throbs to be at rest. I'll go more to the father for it.
No. Sit still, honeysuckle. Thou spoil all. If he deny him, I'll bring 6 good fellows myself, and there's an end.
How was it, son? You told me that tomorrow before daybreak you must convey her hence.
I must, and thus it is agreed. Your daughter rides upon a brown bay steed, I on a sorrel, which I bought of Brian, the honest host of the Red Roaring Lion.
Steal her when you will, if such a pleasure content you both. I'll sleep and never see it, to make your joys more full. But tell me why you may not here perform your marriage.
I thus declare your daughter swore a foolish oath, never to marry but such a one whose mighty arm could carry her boldly away through stick and stone, till both of us arrive at her request, some 10 miles off in the wild Waltham forest.
If this be all, you shall not need to fear any denial in your love. Proceed. I'll neither follow nor repent the deed.
Good night. 20 good nights. And 20 more. And 20 more good nights. That makes 60.
Exeunt. Scene 2. Enter Mistress Merrythought with jewel casket and purse and her son Michael.
Come, Michael, art thou not weary, boy?
No, forsooth, mother, not I.
Where be we now, child?
Indeed, mother, I cannot tell unless we be at Mile End. Is not all the world Mile End, mother?
No, Michael, not all the world, but I can assure thee, Michael, Mile End is a goodly matter. There has been a pitchfield, my child, between the naughty spaniels and the Englishmen, and the spaniels ran away and the Englishmen followed.
Shall not my father go with us too?
No, Michael, let thy father go snick up. He shall never come between a pair of sheets with me again while he lives. Come, child, sit down, and I'll show my boy the fine knacks indeed. Look here, mother, Michael, here is a ring and a brooch, and here's a bracelet, and here's 2 rings more, and here's money and gold. By thy eye, my boy.
Shall I have all this, mother?
Aye, thou shalt have all, Michael.
Enter Rafe, Squire Tim, and Dwarf George.
Oh, here's Rafe. Here's Rafe.
How do you, Rafe? Hold up thy head and be not afraid. The gentleman will praise thee, Rafe, if thou playest thy part with audacity.
My trusty squire, unlace my helm. Give me my hat. Where are we? Or what desert may this be?
Mirror of knighthood, this is, as I take it, the perilous Waltham Down, in whose bottom stands the enchanted valley.
Oh, Michael, we are betrayed, we are betrayed. Here be giants. Fly, boy, fly!
Exeunt Mistress Merrythought and Michael, dropping purse and casket.
Lace on my helm again. What noise is this? Will a gentle lady flying the embrace of some uncourteous knight? Oh, I will relieve her. Go, squire, and say the knight that wears the pestle in honor of all ladies swears revenge upon that recreant coward that pursues her.
I go, brave knight.
Tim
Trusty
exits.
dwarfing friend, reach me my shield and hold it while I swear. First by my knighthood, then by my sword and the beauteous, the beauteous Brianella girt about me, by this bright burning pestle of mine honor, the living trophy, and by all respect due to distressed damsels, here I vow never to end the quest of this fair lady, till by my valor I gain their liberty.
Heaven bless the knight that thus relieves poor errant gentlewomen.
Exeunt. Enter Jasper.
Oh, fortune, show me thy better face. This is our place of meeting, if love have any consistency. Love, how shall I please thee? How deserve thy smiles when I am only rich in misery? My father's blessing, and this little coin is my inheritance, a strong revenue. From earth thou art, and to the earth I give thee. Vision. What treasure is this? What? Hath the devil coined himself before me? 'Tis metal good. It rings well. I am waking. And taking too, I hope. Now God's dear blessing upon his heart that left this here. 'Tis mine. These pearls, I take it, were not left for swine.
Exit Jasper.
I do not like that this unthrifty youth should embezzle away the money. The poor gentlewoman, his mother will have a heavy heart for it, God knows.
And reason good, sweetheart.
Enter Rafe and Dwarf George.
Come not Sir Squire again?
Right courteous knight, your squire doth come, and with him comes the lady.
Enter Mistress Merrythought and Michael and Squire Tim.
4 and the squire of damsels, as I take it.
Madam, if any service of a poor errant knight may right your wrongs, command it. I am pressed to give you succor, for to that holy end I bear my armor.
Alas, I left 1,000 pound in all the money I had laid up for this youth upon the sight of your mastership. You looked so grim, and I may say it, saving your presence, more like a giant than a mortal man.
I am as you are, lady. But why weeps this gentle squire?
Has he not cause to weep, do you think, when he hath lost his inheritance?
Young hope of valor, weep not. I will confound thy foe and pay it dearly upon his coward head that dares deny distressed squires and ladies' equity. Fairly speed beside us, squire and dwarf, to do us need.
Exeunt.
Did not I tell you, wife, what your man would do?
And so they may, faith, for I dare speak it boldly. The 12 companies of London cannot match him, timber for timber.
Yes, I warrant thee, duckling.
Enter Humphrey and Luce.
Good Mistress Luce, however I am in fault for your lame horse, you're welcome unto Waltham. But which way now to go, or what to say, I know not truly till it be broad day.
Oh, fear not, Master Humphrey. I am guide good enough for this place.
Then up and ride, or if it please you, walk for your repose, or sit, or if you will, go pluck a rose.
Enter Jasper.
Luce, dear friend Luce, you are mine.
If it be so, my friend, you use me fine. What do you think I am?
An errant naughty.
A word of obloquy. Now, by God's body, I'll tell thy master, for I know thee well.
Jasper
Nay.
beats Humphrey.
Nay, take that, and tell him, sir, I gave it thee, and say I paid you well. Go, get your nightcap and the diet to cure your beaten bones.
Alas, poor Humphrey, get thee some wholesome broth with sage and comfrey, a little oil of roses and a feather to anoint thy back withal.
When I came hither, would I had gone to Paris with John Dory.
Farewell, my pretty nump. I am sorry, I cannot bear thee company.
Farewell. The devil's dam was ne'er so banged in hell.
Exeunt except Humphrey. Scene 3.
Beloved, dost not see how Jasper's a swaggers and flies at the very heads of folks as if he were a dragon? Well, if I do not do his lesson for wrongdoing this poor gentleman, I am no true woman.
Oh, you're too bitter, Coney. The young man may do well enough for all this.
Come hither, Master Humphrey. Has he hurt you? Here, sweetheart, here's some green ginger for thee. Now, beshrew my heart, but has a peppernounce's head as big as a pullet's egg?
Enter the stage manager.
No, you talk like a foolish woman. I'll have Rafe fight with him. Sirrah, come hither. Let Rafe come in and fight with Jasper.
Aye, and beat him well, for he is an unhappy boy.
Sir, you must pardon us. The plot of your play lies contrary, and 'twill hazard the spoiling of ours.
No, plot me no plots. I'll have Rafe come out. I'll make your house too hot for you else.
Why, sir, he shall. But if anything fall out of order, the audience must pardon us.
Go your ways, goodman boy.
Exit stage manager.
I'll hold him a penny. He shall have his belly full of fighting now. Oh, here comes Rafe, no more.
Enter Rafe, Mistress Merrythought, Michael, Squire Tim, and Dwarf George.
What knight is that, squire? Ask him if he keep the passage, bound by love of Lady Fair, or else but prickant.
Sir, I am no knight, but a poor gentleman, that this same night I had stolen from me on yonder green my lovely wife, and suffered such a painful greeting that whilst I live I shall think of that meeting.
Aye, he beat him unmercifully, Rafe, and thou sparest him. Rafe, I would thou were hanged.
No more, wife, no more.
Where is the wretch hath done this deed? Lady, your pardon, that I may proceed upon the quest of this injurious knight. And thou, fair squire, repute me not the worst in leaving the great adventure of the purse and the rich casket till some better leisure.
Enter Jasper and Luce.
Oh, here comes the broker hath purloined my treasure.
Go, squire, and tell him I am here, an errant knight-at-arms, to crave delivery of that fair lady to her own knight's arms. If he deny, bid him take the choice of ground, and so defy him.
From the knight that bears the golden pestle, I defy thee, knight, unless thou make fair restitution of that bright lady.
Tell the knight that sent thee that he is an ass, and I will keep the wench, and knock his headpiece.
Knight, Thou art but dead, if thou recall not thy uncourteous terms.
Breaks pate, Rafe, soundly.
Come, knight, I am ready for you. Now, your pestle shall try what temper, sir, your mortars of. With that he stood upright in his stirrups and gave the knight of the calfskin such a knock that he forsook his horse and down he fell. Then he leapt up upon him and plucking off his helmet.
Nay, and my noble knight be down too soon. Though I can scarcely go, I needs must run.
Exit Humphrey and Rafe.
Run, Rafe! Run for thy life, boy! Jasper comes!
Come, Luce, we must have other arms for you. Humphrey and Golden Pestle, both. Adieu.
Exeunt. Enter Rafe, Squire Tim, Dwarf George, Mistress Merrythought, and Michael.
Oh, husband, here's Rafe again. How dost thou, Rafe? Art thou not shodly hurt? The foul great lunges laid unmercifully on thee. There's some sugar candy for thee. Proceed. Thou shalt not have another bout with him.
Truly, Master Knight of the Burning Pestle, I am weary.
Take
Indeed, law, mother, and I am very hungry.
Take comfort, gentle dame, and you, fair squire, for in this desert there must needs be placed many strong castles held by courteous knights. Until I bring you safe to one of those, I swear by this my order ne'er to leave you.
Well said, Rafe. Husband, Rafe was ever comfortable, was he not? I shall ne'er forget him when we had lost our child. Rafe was the most comfortablest to me. Peace, mistress, says he. Let it go. I'll get you another as good. Did he not say it?
Yes, indeed did he, Mouse.
I would we had a mess of pottage and a pot of drink, squire, and we're going to bed.
Why, we're at Waltham Town's End, and that's the Bell Inn.
Take courage, valiant knight, damsel, and squire. I have discovered, not a stone's cast off, an ancient castle held by the old knight of the most holy order of the Bell.
Ah, knock at the gates, my squire, with stately lance.
Enter host.
Who's there? You're welcome, gentlemen. Will you see a room?
Right courteous and valiant knight of the burning pestle, this is the knight of the holy bell.
Brother knight, I am a wandering knight, hight of the burning pestle, in the quest of this fair lady's casket and wrought purse, losing myself in this vast wilderness, am to this castle well by fortune brought, where, hearing of your knightly holy order of the bell, that gives to all damsels and all errant knights, I thought to knock, and now am bold to enter.
And please you to see a chamber, you are very welcome.
Exeunt. Enter Humphrey and Venturewell.
Husband, here's Master Humphrey again now, that lost Mistress Luce and Mistress Luce's father. Master Humphrey will do somebody's errand, I warrant.
Father, it's true in arms I ne'er shall clasp her, for she is stolen away by your man Jasper.
Unhappy that I am to lose my child. Now I begin to think on Jasper's words, who oft hath urged me to thy foolishness. Why didst thou let her go? Thou lovest her not, that wouldst bring home thy life and not bring her.
Father, forgive me. Shall I tell you true? Look on my shoulders, they are black and blue. Whilst to and fro fair Luce and I were winding, he came and basted me with a hedge binding.
Get men and horses straight. We will be there within this hour. You know the place again?
Ha! I know the place where he my loins did swaddle. I'll get 6 horses, and to each a saddle.
Exit Humphrey. Enter old Merrythought.
There met you not with my true love by the way as you came.
Oh, Master Merrythought, this mirth becomes you not. My daughter's gone.
Why, and if she be, what care? Or let her come, or go, or tarry.
Mock not my misery. It is your son, who I have made my own, when all forsake him, has stolen my only joy, my child away. Oh, might I behold her once again, and she once more embrace her aged sire.
Fie, how scurvily this goes. And she once more embrace her aged sire. You'll make a dog on her, will you? She cares much for her aged sire, I warrant you. She cares not for her daddy, nor she cares for her mommy, for she is my lord of Lowgrave's lassie.
For this thy scorn, I will pursue that son of thine to death.
Do. And when you have killed him, give him flowers anew, Palmer. Give him flowers anew. Give him red and white and blue and green and yellow. And I hear no more of your daughter. It spoils my mirth.
I'll be revenged by heaven.
Exeunt. Fini actus secundi. Act 3, Scene 1. Enter Jasper and Luce.
Come, my dear. Though we have lost our way, we have not lost ourselves. Are you not frightened with the terror that attends the darkness of this wild, unpeopled place?
No, my best friend, I cannot fear while you stand beside me. Let them that lose their hopes start a shadow and shrink up their blood, whilst I thus take my pretty love and thus embrace him.
Come, sit down and rest your body too. Too delicate for these disturbances. So will you sleep? Come, do not be more able than you are. I know you're not skillful in these watches, for women are no soldiers. Sleep, sleep, and quiet rest thy sweet thoughts.
As you will. Oh.
Let all her dreams be joys and chaste delights. She is only fair and constant, only kind, and only to thee, Jasper. My joys, whither will you transport me? Let not my fullness of my poor buried hopes come up together and overcharge my spirits. I am weak! Some say the sea and women are governed by the moon, both ebb and flow, both full of changes. Yet to them that know and truly judge, these but opinions are. Though certainly I am certain of her love, I'll try her, that the world in memory may sing aforetimes her constancy. Luce, Luce, awake!
Why do you fright me, friend, with those distempered looks? What makes you draw your sword in your hand? Who hath offended you? I prithee, Jasper, sleep, thou art wild with watching.
Come, make your way to heaven and bid the world farewell, you're for another life.
Oh, Jasper, how have my tender years committed evil against the man I love, thus to be cropped untimely?
Canst thou imagine I wouldst love his daughter that flung me from my fortune into nothing, sending me like a boat without a mast to sink or swim? Come, by this hand you die.
Away, husband, away! Raise the watch and bring justice for this desperate villain. Oh, my heart, what a barehead this is to offer manslaughter upon the harmless gentlewoman.
I warrant thee, sweetheart, we'll have him hampered.
Oh, Jasper, be not cruel. If thou wilt kill me, smile and do it quickly, and let not many deaths appear before me. I am a woman, made of fear and love. Strike, I am ready, and dying, still I love thee.
Enter Venturewell, Humphrey, and his men.
Whereabouts?
No more of this. Now to myself again.
There he stands, with sword like martial knight drawn in his hand.
Sirrah, restore my daughter.
Sirrah, no.
Upon him then.
Oh, down with him! Down with him! Cut him in the leg, boys! Cut him in the leg!
Come away, minion. I'll provide a cage for you, you're grown so tame. Horse her away.
No!
Truly, I'm glad your forces have the day.
Exeunt all but Jasper.
We are gone, and I am hurt. My love is lost, never to get again. Oh, my folly, thou hast betrayed me! Hope, where art thou fled? Shall I but see my love again? No, she will not deign to look upon her butchers, nor is it fit she should. Yet I must venture. chance or fortune or whatever thou art that men adore for powerful, hear my cry, and let me loving live, or losing die.
Exit.
Is gone, husband?
Aye, Coney.
Mary, and let him go, sweetheart. By my faith, I tremble, as they say, like an aspen leaf.
Come, hug in mine arms, sweet mouse. He shall not fight thee any more.
Scene 2. Enter Rafe, Squire Tim, Dwarf George, and the host.
Dwarf, bear my shield. Squire, elevate my lance. And now farewell, you knight of the Holy Bell. But yet, before I go, speak, worthy knight, if aught you do of sad adventures know, where errant knight may, through his prowess, win eternal fame and free some gentle souls from endless bonds of lingering pain.
I shall send a servant to Nick the barber and bid him prepare himself. Sir Knight, this wilderness affordeth none but the great venture, where many a knight hath tried his prowess and failed, and where I would not have you lose your life against no man, but a furious fiend of hell.
Speak on, Sir Knight. Tell him what he is and where. For here I vow, upon my blazing badge, never to blaze a day in quietness, but bread and water will I only eat, and the green herb and rock shall be my couch, till I have quelled that man or beast or fiend that works such damage to all errant knights.
Not far from hence, at the north end of this distressed town, there stands a lowly house, ruggedly builded, and a cave in which an ugly giant now doth live, Barbarosso. In his hand he shakes a naked lance of purest steel with sleeves turned up, and he wears a motley garment to preserve his clothes from the blood of those knights which he massacres. Without his door hangs a copper basin on a pricked spear, at which no sooner the gentle knights can knock, but the shrill sound fierce Barbarosso hears, and rushing forth, brings in the errant knight, and sets him down in an enchanted chair. Then, with an engine which he hath prepared with 40 teeth, he claws his courtly crown, whilst with his fingers and an instrument with which he snaps his hair off, he doth fill the wretch's ears with a most hideous noise. Thus every adventurer he doth trim, and now no creature dares encounter him.
In God's name, I will fight him, kind sir. Go but before me to this dismal cave, where this huge giant Barbarosso dwells. I doubt not but to curb this traitor foul, and to the devil send his guilty soul.
Brave spirited knight, thus far I will perform this your request. I'll bring you within sight of this most loathsome place, inhabited by a more loathsome man, but dare not stay, for his main force swoops all he sees away.
St. George, set on before! March, squire and page.
Exeunt. Scene 3.
Husband, dost thou think Rafe will confound the giant?
I hold my cap to a farthing he does. Why, I saw him wrestle with the Dutchman and hurl him.
Faith, then the Dutchman was a goodly man, if all things were answerable to his bigness. But of all the sights that ever were in London since I was married, methinks the little child that was so fair grown about the members was the prettiest. That one and the hermaphrodite.
Yes, lamb.
Enter Rafe, host, Squire Tim, and Dwarf George.
Puissant knight, yonder his mansion lies, where spear and copper basin are. Behold that string on which hangs many a tooth drawn from the gentle jaw of wandering knights. I dare not stay to sound. He will appear.
Exit host.
Oh, faint not, heart. Fleeg, my lady dear, the cobbler's maid in Milk Street, for whose sake I take these arms. Oh, let the thought of thee carry thy knight through all adventurous deeds, and in the honor of thy beauteous self may I destroy this monster, Barbarosso. Knock, squire, upon the basin till it break with the shrill strokes, or till the giant speak.
Enter Barber.
What unknowing wight is this that dares so rudely knock at Barbarossa's cell, where no man comes but leaves his fleece behind?
I am sent by fate to punish all the sad enormities thou hast committed against ladies fair and errant knights. Traitor to God and men, prepare thyself. This is the dismal hour appointed for thee to give strict account of all thy beastly, treacherous villainies.
Foolhardy knight, full soon thou shalt regret this reproach. Thy body I will bang, and lo, upon that string thy teeth shall hang. Prepare thyself, for dead soon shalt thou be.
St. George for me!
Gargantua for me!
To him, Rafe! To him! Hold up the giant, Rafe!
Falsify a blow, Rafe. The giant lies open on the left side.
Oh, Rafe's almost down! Oh.
Fleeg, inspire me! Now have up again.
There, boy! Kill him! Kill Rafe!
No, Rafe, get all out of him first.
Presumptuous man, see to what desperate end thy treachery hath brought thee. The just gods now have paid thee home by my stiff arm, a knight adventurous. But say, vile wretch, what captives holdest thou in thy sable cave?
Go in and free them all. Thou hast the day.
Go, squire and dwarf. Search in this dreadful cave and free the wretched prisoners from their bonds.
Exit Squire Tim and Dwarf George.
I crave for mercy as thou art a knight, and scornst to spill the blood of those that beg.
Thou showest no mercy, nor shalt thou have any. Prepare thyself, for thou shalt surely die.
Enter Squire Tim, leading one first knight, winking with a basin under his chin.
Behold, brave knight, here is one prisoner, whom this wild man hath used as you see.
Speak what thou art, and how thou hast been used, that I may give punishment.
I am a knight that took my journey post northward from London, and in curious ways this giant trained me to his loathsome den under pretense of killing of the itch, and all my body with a powder strewed that smarts and stings, and cut away my beard, and my curled locks wherein were ribbons tied, and with a water washed my tender eyes, whose virtue is that till mine eyes be wiped with a dry cloth, for this my foul disgrace I shall not dare to look a dog in the face.
My trusty squire, convey him to the town where he may find relief. Adieu, fair knight.
Exit knight, enter Dwarf George, leading one second knight with a patch o'er his nose.
Puissant knight of the burning pestle, see here another wretch, whom this foul beast hath scorched and scored in this inhuman wise.
Speak me thy name, and eke thy place of birth, and what hath been thy usage in this cave?
I am a knight, Sir Pockhole is my name, and by my birth I am a Londoner, but my ancestors were Frenchmen all, and riding hard this way upon a trotting horse, my bones did ache, and I, faint knight, to ease my weary limbs, lighted this cave, when straight this furious fiend, with sharpest instrument of purest steel, did cut the gristle of my nose away, and in the place this velvet plaster stands. Relieve me, gentle knight, out of his hands.
Good Rafe, relieve Sir Pothole and send him away, for in truth his breath stinks.
Convey him straight after the other knight. Sir Pockhole, fare you well.
Kind sir, good night. Exit
Mercy,
second
great
knight.
Mercy, great knight, I do recant my ill, and henceforth will never gentle blood will spill.
I give thee mercy, but yet shalt thou swear upon my burning pestle to perform thy promise uttered.
I swear and kiss. Oh.
Depart then, and amend. Come, squire and dwarf, the sun grows toward his set, and we have many more adventure yet.
Exeunt. Finis actus tertii. Act 4, Scene 1. Enter Jasper and Boy.
There, boy, deliver that letter, but do it well. Hast thou provided me 4 lusty fellows able to carry me? And out thou perfect in all thy business?
Sir, you need not to fear. The men are ready of you, and what else pertains this employment?
There, my boy. Take it, but buy no land.
Leave, sir, 'twere where to see so young a purchaser. I fly on my wings carry your destiny.
Go and be happy. Now my latest hope forsake me not, but fling thy anchor out and let it hold.
Exit.
Go thy ways. Thou art as crooked a sprig as ever grew in London. I warrant him he'll come to some naughty end or the other, for his looks say no less. Besides, his father is none of the best. You heard him take me up like a flirt girl and sing bawdy songs upon me.
Oh, let me alone, sweetheart. I have a trick in my head shall lodge him in the arches for 1 year, and make him sing peccavi ere I leave him, and yet he shall never know who hurt him neither.
Do, my good husband, do.
Enter Stage Manager.
What shall we have Rafe do now, boy?
You shall have what you will, sir.
Why so, sir? Go and fetch him then, and let the Sophie of Persia come and christen him a child.
Believe me, sir, that will not do well. 'Tis stale. It has been had before at the public house.
Husband, let Rafe travel, and come to the king of Moldavia's house, covered with velvet, and there let the king's daughter stand in her window, all in beaten gold, and let her spy Rafe, and fall in love with him, and carry him into her father's house, and then let Rafe talk with her.
Well said, wife. It shall be so. Boy, let's have it done quickly.
Sir, if you will imagine all this to have been done already, you shall hear them talk together. But we cannot present a house covered with black velvet and a lady in beaten gold. Besides, it will show ill-favoredly to have a grocer's apprentice to court a king's daughter.
Will it so, sir? You are well read in histories. I pray you, what was Sir Dragonet? Was not he prentice to a grocer in London? Read the play, The Four Prentices of London, where they toss their pikes so. I pray you, fetch him in, sir. Fetch him in.
It shall be done. It is not our fault, audience. It is not our fault.
Exit Scene 2.
Now we shall see fine doings, I warrant ye, husband.
Enter Rafe and the lady, Squire Tim and Dwarf George.
Ooh, here they come. How prettily the king of Moldavia's daughter is dressed.
Aye, it is the fashion of that country, I warrant ye.
Welcome, Sir Knight, unto my father's court, the king of Moldavia, and I, Pompiona, his daughter. But sure you do not like your entertainment, that will not stay with us this night.
Damsel, right fair, I am on many sad adventures bound that call me forth into the wilderness. But many thanks, fair lady, for using an errand knight with courtesy.
But say, brave knight, what is your name and birth?
My name is Rafe. I am an Englishman, as true as steel, and prentice to a grocer in the Strand. But, fortune calling me to follow arms, on me this holy order did I take of burning pestle, which in all men's eyes I bear, confounding ladies' enemies.
Oft I have heard of your brave countrymen, and fertile soil, and store of wholesome food. My father oft will tell me of a drink in England found, which nipitato called, which driveth all the sorrow from your hearts.
Lady, 'tis true. You need not lay your lips to better nippotato than there is.
There have been great many wars twixt us and you, but truly, Rafe, 'twas not long of me. Tell me then, Rafe, could you be contented to wear a lady's favor in your shield?
I am a knight of religious order, and may not wear a favor of a lady that trusts in false traditions. Besides, I have a lady of my own for whose virtuous sake I took these arms, and Fleeg is her name, a cobbler's maid in Milk Street, whom I vow ne'er to forsake while life and Pestle last.
Happy that cobbling dame, whoe'er she be, that for her own dear Rafe hath gotten thee. Unhappy I, that ne'er shall see the day to see thee more, that bearest my heart away.
Lady, farewell. I needs must take my leave.
Hark thee, Rafe, there's money for thee. Give something in the King of Moldavia's house. Be not beholding to him.
Lady, before I go, I must remember your father's officers, who have been most diligent. Hold up thy snowy hand, thou princely maid. There's 12 pence for your father's chamberlain, and another shilling for his cook, and, oh, by my troth, the goose was roasted well. To the maid that washed my boot hose, there's an English groat, and 2pence to the boy that wiped my boots. And last, fair lady, there is for yourself 3pence to buy you pins at Bumbo Fair.
Full many thanks, and I will keep them safe till all the heads be off for thy sake, Rafe.
Advance, my squire and dwarf, I cannot stay.
Thou killest my heart in parting thus away.
Exeunt.
I commend Rafe yet that he will not stoop to a Moldavian. There's more proper women in London than any there. But come here, here comes Master Humphrey and his love again now.
Aye, Coney, peace.
Scene 3. Enter Venturewell, Humphrey, Luce, and a boy.
Go, get you up. I will not be entreated. I'll keep you sure hereafter from gadding about with boys and unthrifts. Come, these women's tears, I know your fashion. Go, sirrah, lock her in and keep the key safe as you love her your life.
Exeunt Luce and boy.
You may both rest assured of my love in this and reap your own desires.
I see this love you speak of, through your daughter, although the whole be little, and hereafter will yield the like in all I may or can, fitting a Christian and a gentleman.
I do believe you and thank you, for 'twere an impudence to think you flattered.
It were indeed, but shall I tell you why? I have been beaten twice about the lie.
Well, son, no more of complaint. My daughter is yours again. Appoint the time and take her. I myself and some few of our friends will see you married.
I would it were so, Faith, for be it known, I was ever afraid to lie alone.
Some 3 days hence, then.
3 days hence, let me see. 'Tis something of the most, yet I agree, because I mean against the appointed day to visit all my friends in new array.
Enter the coffin carrier and a boy with a letter.
Sir, I take it you are the master of this house.
How now, gentlemen?
Then to yourself, sir, comes this letter.
From whom?
From him that was your servant, but no more shall that name ever be, for he is dead. Grief of your purchased anger broke his heart. I saw him die, and from his hand received this paper, with a charge to bring it hither. Read it, and satisfy yourself in all.
Sir, that I have wronged your love, I must confess, in which I have purchased to myself, besides mine own undoing, the ill opinion of my friends. Let not your anger, good sir, outlive me, but suffer me to rest in peace with your forgiveness. Let my body be brought to your daughter, that she may truly know my hot flames are now buried, and withal receive a testimony of the zeal I bore her virtue. Farewell forever, and be ever happy, Jasper. God's hand is great in this. I do forgive him. Yet I am glad he's quiet, where I hope he will not bite again. Boy, bring the body and let him have his will, if that be all.
This here without, sir.
So, sir, if you'd please, you may conduct it in. I do not fear it.
I'll be your usher boy, for though I say it, he owed me something once and well did pay it.
Exeunt. Enter Luce alone. Enter the coffin carrier and the boy bearing a coffin with Jasper in it.
Fair mistress, let me not add greater grief to that great store you have already. Jasper, that whilst he lived was yours, now dead and here enclosed, commanded me to bring his body hither, and to crave a tear from those fair eyes, though he deserved not pity, to deck his funeral. For so he bid me tell her for whom he died.
Of tears he shall have many. Good friends, depart a little while I take my leave of this man that once I loved.
Exeunt coffin carrier and boy.
Oh, my friend, hast thou deceived me thus and gone before me? Thou didst not wrong me, but ever wert most kind, most true, most loving, and I the most kind, most false, most cruel. Did thou but ask a tear? I'll give thee all. These are but sparing rites. First will I kiss thy pale lips, and then die myself, and fill one coffin and one grave together. Thou sable cloth, sad cover of my joys, I lift thee up, and thus I meet with the death.
And thus you meet the living!
Save me, heaven, thou dear shadow of my friend!
Oh, dear substance, I swear I am no shadow. Feel my hand. It is the same as it was before. I am your Jasper, that's yet living and yet loving. Pardon my foolish proof I put in the practice of your consistency. For sooner should my sword have drunk my blood and set my soul at liberty than draw the least drop of yours. In death I take it, and willingly.
This death I'll give you for it. So now I am satisfied. You are no spirit, but my truest friend. But why do you come thus to me?
First to see you, then to convey you hence.
It cannot be, for I'm locked up here and watched at all hours, and 'tis possible for me to escape.
Nothing more possible. Within this coffin do you convey yourself, only I crave the shelter of your closet a little, and then fear me not. Creep in that they may presently convey you hence. Fear nothing, dearest love. I'll be your second.
Luce lies down in the coffin and Jasper covers her with the cloth.
Lie close. Also, all goes well yet. Boy!
Enter coffin carrier and boy.
At hand, sir.
Convey away the coffin and be wary.
It's done already.
Now, I must go conjure.
Exit Jasper, enter Venturewell.
Boy, boy.
Your servant, sir.
Do me this kindness, boy. Hold. Here's a crown. Before you bury the body of this fellow, carry it to his old merry father and salute him from me, and bid him sing, he hath cause.
I will, sir.
And then bring me word what tune he is in, and have another crown. But do it truly. I have fitted him a bargain now will vex him.
God bless your worship's health, sir.
Farewell, boy.
Exeunt. Finis, Act 4. Act 5, Scene 1, enter Venturewell Solus.
I will have no great store of company at the wedding. A couple of neighbors and their wives, and we will have a capon and stewed broth with marrow, and a good piece of beef stuck with rosemary.
Enter Jasper, his face mealed.
Forbear my pains, fond man, it is too late.
Heaven bless me, Jasper?
I am his ghost, whom thou hast injured for his constant love. No, thy daughter is quite borne away on wings of angels, and nevermore shalt thou behold her face. But she and I will in another world enjoy our loves, where the trouble of earthly men cannot make us sever our united hearts, and never shalt thou sit or be alone in any place, but that I will visit thee with ghastly looks, and put into thy mind the great offences which thou didst to me. when thou art at thy table, with thy friend merry in heart and filled with swelling wine, I'll come to thee, invisible to all men but thyself, and whisper such a sad tale in thine ear as shall make thee let fall the cup from thy hand and stand as mute and pale as death itself.
Forgive me, Jasper. Oh, what might I do, tell me, to satisfy thy troubled ghost?
Repent thy deed, and satisfy my father. And beat Fawn Humphrey out of doors. Ooh!
Exit Jasper. Enter Humphrey.
Look, husband, his very ghost would have folks beaten.
Father, my bride is gone, fair mistress loose. My soul's the fount of vengeance, mischief loose.
Hence, fool, out of my sight with thy fond passion. Thou hast undone me.
Beats him.
Hold, my father dear, for loose thy daughter's sake that hath no peer.
Thy father, fool? There's some blows more. Begone, old Jasper. I hope thy ghost be well appeased to see thy will performed. Now will I go satisfy thy father for thy wrongs.
Exit.
What shall I do? I have been beaten twice, and Mistress Luce is gone. Help me, device! Since my true love is gone, I never more, whilst I do live, upon the sky will pour, but in the darkness will wear out my shoe soles, in passion, in St. Faith's Church, under Paul's.
Exit. Scene 2. Enter old Merrythought, the coffin carrier, and the boy with a coffin.
God save you, sir.
It's a brave boy. Canst thou sing?
Yes, sir, he can sing, but 'tis not so necessary at this time.
Sing we and chant it while love doth grant it.
Sir, if you knew what we have brought you, you would have little list to sing.
Oh, the minion round, full long I have thee sought, and now I have thee found, and what thou hast here brought.
Officer, your dead son Jasper in it.
Dead? Dead? Why, farewell he, thou wast a bonny boy, and I did love thee. And
Enter Jasper.
Oh, then I pray you, sir, do so still.
Jasper's ghost? Thou art welcome from Stygian lake so soon. Declare to me what wondrous things in Pluto's court are done.
By my troth, sir, I never came there. 'Tis too hot for me.
A merry ghost, a very merry ghost. And where is your true love? Oh, where is yours?
Mary, look you, sir.
Heaves up the coffin lid.
Aha! Art thou good at that of faith? With a hey, tricksy terrier, white skin, the world runs on its wheels. When the young man, up goes the maiden's heels.
Enter Mistress Merrythought and Michael.
When should the coffin be open?
What, Master Merrythought, will you not let us in? What do you think shall become of us?
What voice is it that calleth at our door?
You know me well enough. I am sure I have not been such a stranger to you.
And some they whistled, and some they sung, hey, down, down, and some did loudly say, ever as Lord Barrett's horn blew, away, Musgrave, away.
Nay, good sir, be persuaded, she is my mother. If her offenses have been great against you, let your own love remember she is yours.
Yeah.
So forgive her.
Mr. Merrythought, let me entreat you. I will not be denied.
Why, Master Merrythought, will you be a vexed thing still?
Woman, I take you into my love again, but you shall sing before you enter. Therefore, dispatch your song and come in.
Well, you must have your will when all's done. Mick, what song canst thou sing, boy?
I can sing none, forsooth, but a lady's daughter of Paris, properly.
It was a lady's daughter of Paris, properly.
Old
Her
Mary
mother
admits Mr.
commanded
Merrythought and Michael.
Come, come, you are welcome home again. If such danger be in playing, and just what sternest turn, you shall no more be a-maying.
Are you within, sir, Master Merrythought?
Ah, it is my master's voice. Good sir, hold him to talk while we convey ourselves into some inward room.
Exit with Luce. Enter Venturewell.
Oh, what are you? Are you merry? You must be very merry if you enter.
I am, sir.
Well, sing then.
Nay, good sir, open to me.
Sing, I say, or by the merry heart you shall not come in.
Well, sir, I'll sing. Fortune, my foe!
Old Merrythought admits Venturewell.
You are welcome, sir. You are welcome. You see your entertainment. Pray you, be merry.
Oh, Master Merrythought, I am come to ask you forgiveness for the wrongs I offered you and your most virtuous son. I do confess my hardness broke his heart, for which just heaven hath given me punishment more than my age can carry. His wandering spirit, not yet at rest, pursues me everywhere, crying, I'll haunt thee for thy cruelty. My daughter, she is gone. I know not how, taken invisible, and whether living or in grave, 'tis yet uncertain to me. Oh, Master Merrythought, these are the weights will sink me to my grave. Forgive me, sir.
Why, sir, I do forgive you, and be merry. And if the wagon is lifetime played a knave, could you forgive him too?
With all my heart, sir.
Enter Luce and Jasper.
With that came out his paramour. She was as white as a lily flower. Hey, troll, trolly, lowly, with that came her own dear knight. He was as true as ever did fight, sir. If you will forgive them, clap their hands together. There's no more to be said in the matter.
I do.
I do not like this. Peace, boys, hear me, one of you. Everybody's come into an end, but Rafe's, and he's left out.
Scene 3. Enter the stage manager.
'Tis long for yourself, sir. We have nothing to do with his part.
Now, good husband, let him come out and die.
Indeed he shall. Rafe, come away quickly and die, boy.
'Twill be very unfit he should die, sir, upon no occasion, and in a comedy too.
Oh, take you no care of that. Is not his part at an end, think you, when he's dead? Come away, Rafe.
Enter Rafe with a forked arrow through his head.
When I was mortal, this my costed corpse did lap up his figs and raisins in the strand, where sitting I espied a lovely dame, whose master wrought with lingle and with all. Straight did her love prick forth me, tender sprig, to follow in feats of arms and warlike wise through Waltham desert, where I did perform many achievements, and did lay on ground huge Barbarosso, that insulting giant, and all his captives soon set at liberty. Then honor pricked me from my native soil into Moldavia, where I gained the love of Pompiona, his beloved daughter, but yet proved constant to the black-thumbed maid Fleeg, and scorned Pompiona's love. Yet liberal I was, and gave her pins, and money for her father's officers. And after this action, I was chosen city captain at Mile End, with hat and feather, and with leading staff, and trained my men, and brought them all off clear, save one man that betrayed him with the noise. But all these things I, Rafe, did undertake only for my beloved Fleeg's sake. Then, coming home, and sitting in my shop with apron blue, Death came unto my stall, and caught a pound of pepper in his hand, and sprinkled all my face and body o'er, and in an instant vanished away.
'Tis a pretty fiction, I' faith.
Then I took up my bow and shaft in hand, and walked into more fields to cool myself. But there grim, cruel Death met me again, and he shot this forked arrow through my head, and now I faint. Therefore, be warned by me, my fellows, every one of forked heads. Farewell, all you good boys in merry London. Ne'er shall we more upon Shrove Tuesday meet and pluck down houses of iniquity. My pain increaseth. I never more shall hold open while another pumps both legs, nor daub a satin gown with rotten eggs. Set up a stake. Oh, never more I shall. I die. Fly. Fly, my soul, to Grocer's Hall. Oh, 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 ow.
Oh, well said, Rafe. Do your obeisance to the gentleman, and then go your ways. Well said, Rafe.
Exit Rafe.
Methinks all we thus kindly and unexpectedly reconciled should not depart without a song.
A good motion.
Strike up then. Better music ne'er was known than a choir of hearts in one. Let each other that hath been troubled with the gall or spleen, splun, spleen, splun, splun, learn of us to keep his brow smooth and plain as ours are now. Sing, though before the hour of dying he shall rise and then be crying, hey ho, 'tis not but mirth that keeps the body from this earth.
Exit Omnis. Epilogue.
Come, wife, shall we go? The play's done.
Nay, by my faith, husband, I have more manners than so. I'll speak to the audience first. I thank you all for your patience and countenance to Rafe. And if I might see you at my house, I would have a pottle of wine and a pipe of tobacco for you. For truly, I hope you do like the youth. But I would be glad to know the truth. I refer it to your own directions, whether you will plod him for it or no. For I will wink, and whilst you shall do what you will, I thank you with all my heart. God give you good night. Come, husband.
Exeunt. Finney. Thank you all for attending. It was a pleasure to have you. And stage manager, please proceed.
Thank you, my lords and ladies, for joining us for what has to have been the strangest production the GSP has ever put on. But if all goes well, there will be more while we are doing this shelter-in-place thing to entertain all of you in the West Kingdom, our beloved family. So we thank you for that. We thank you for being here. There will be a recording made of all of this that will be available in a few days. And for those of you who would like to stick around for at least a few minutes, I will begin bringing the audience into the room so that you can speak and say hi to the actors. Thank you very much.